We don't need your validation. We don't want your validation. What we want is for you to leave us alone. Everything that you do is what you think we want, when you really need to understand it's just what you want. That's not what we want. Stop.
I feel like the men's interpretation of feminism now is just never helping us with anything.
Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. Today we're going to highlight a video from a post-war feminist. What's interesting about this video is that I agree with certain points she makes, and it seems I'm not the only one with this opinion. We often discuss the law of cause and effect in our videos, and she certainly contributed in creating and amplifying the causes that have led to the current state of chaos. And she's not done yet.
Please, go heal yourself, bro. Unpack patriarchy. Stop defining yourself like a Ken who's dead inside and hates us for that.
Man, she gives me the creeps. It's like watching The Walking Dead or something.
Please, leave us alone.
You heard the Barbie movie reference. More on that later. But before we get into this in depth, we'll tell you about the sponsor of this video. This video was made possible by the novel Land of the Losers, the hilarious and bittersweet true story of one man's international journey through dating insanity and self-improvement. Written from a non-apologetic male perspective, cringe and laugh as former nice guy reinvents himself to find that elusive, genuine romantic connection. See the links below to get the ebook on Amazon, Smashwords, or Apple iBooks. Hardcover copies also available. Now it's time for us to get into this and do what we gotta do. Because we men, ain't we? We men, ain't we?
Oh my God, every single thing that men think we need from them is what they need from us. Let me give you two examples. I was just riding my bike to get some exercise. And this dude just leans out into the bike path and goes, "Good job." You know how many men do that on a regular basis when I ride my bike, especially if I ride my bike without my arms? You know, I like to not hold the handlebars because it's more comfortable and because I'm really good at balance. And every time I do that, especially, but just ride my bike in general, you know, children know how to ride bikes. I always get, almost every day, a man who's like, "Yeah, good job." Fuck off. I don't need your validation. I don't need your approval. You need validation. You need approval from us.
Check this out. This Walking Dead character has a husband. I wonder why. I also wonder what kind of man would want to be her husband. Well,
so my husband dressed in drag for the first time this weekend, and I'm so proud of him. So there was this festival in the little village he grew up in France.
More about her husband and the Barbie movie later. Now, for this woman that probably hit the wall head first with her bicycle, to think men are looking for her validation is foolishness. Check this out.
When you found your road, what you need to remember is that momentum is key. Riding no hands is extremely difficult when it's done slowly. So get yourself into a comfortable gear, one that you're able to push against a little bit so you can keep your momentum going.
There are countless videos on YouTube that teach people how to ride a bicycle without using their hands. Obviously, many people struggle to learn this on their own and need guidance to master it. So when men witness a character from The Walking Dead cycling hands-free, I think we can all agree that's very impressive and deserves our salute. Don't flatter yourself, lady. It's not what you think.
I swear, literally everything, y'all. Everything is opposite day with men. Everything they accuse us of is what they're doing. Everything they accuse us of needing is what they need. It's never about us. It's about them, y'all. God, they're the ones who dress up for us. They're the ones who need our validation constantly, right? Can't imagine us dressing up for ourselves. That's why they all think that women wear makeup for them. Sometimes, sure. So many women wear clothes and makeup and look nice because they want to feel good. It's not for men and their stupid freaking validation. Because women gas us up enough. We don't need men to do it.
Now, as I said earlier, I agree with certain points she makes. She was proud that her husband dressed up as a woman. If this had been a turnoff for her, he probably wouldn't have gone through with it. This is exactly why men are joining their girlfriends to watch that Barbie movie.
This was a challenge because we were on our way to see the Barbie movie, but I realized that he had no pink outfits in his closet and I needed to let all the theater Barbies know that this can is taken.
It's to make their girlfriends happy, with matching pink outfits and everything. Guess who's unforgiving when the boyfriend refuses to make a fool of himself for her validation?
Listen to me closely, ladies. It is the year 2023. We are not settling for anything less than obsession. Are you listening to me? If this man is not obsessed with you, hit the road, Jack.
I think that if you're dating a man and he doesn't like the Barbie movie, you should break up with him. Literally, seek help.
Women do not dress up for men. Women do not put on makeup for men. Women do not wear weaves for men. Women do not dump their boyfriends over a Barbie movie. Nah, they dump their boyfriends for validation of the sisterhood. Women only care about what other women think about them. Why do you think nearly 1 in 10 women have more than $7,500 in credit card debt? Women would rather destroy themselves to avoid a bad credit score within the sisterhood than to maintain a good credit card score at the bank. They spend all of this money that they don't have to look good for the sisterhood. How many pairs of shoes do you need? How many of those stupid, useless handbags do you need? Women get more than enough validation from men, but it's the sisterhood that has to approve if these men are good enough, because that's the only validation that matters. Let's take it a step further.
What we want is men to leave us the fork alone, but they don't know how to do that because they need us. We don't need them. Let me give you one more example. Help. They always want to help us or teach us, as if we need their help. Every single time a man tries to help me with something, either every time or almost every single time, I didn't need help. Let me give you an example. When I was on vacation with my friend Annie, the battery died. It wasn't even our fault. I don't know, just wasn't starting one time. This rental car did not have jumper cables like it should. So we asked somebody, the first person that came by, for jumper cables. Unfortunately, it was a man. And this man assumed that we don't know how to do that. Now, my friend worked for a helicopter ski company in Alaska. She also used to manage hundreds of men in the fishing industry in Alaska, knows how to drive forklifts, does it all. And then me, I was a raft guide, outward bound instructor.
Oh my goodness. This is why you need to be careful when using individual experiences to illustrate a problem that a larger group may face. The problem in this story is not just that these women are capable of jump-starting their cars. The underlying problem is a lack of appreciation for men's willingness to help. And to take it a step further, she says women want men to leave them alone and claims that women do not need men's help. Now take a look at this clip and see what happens when men do exactly what she's asking for. More and more videos are popping up of men getting the message of not helping women. This woman was struggling in the gym and nobody came to help her, even when she asked for it. These are dangerous situations, man. Look at this. She's clearly struggling, but she doesn't need a man's help. Nah. And women notice the change, brothers.
I feel like the men's interpretation of feminism now is just never helping us with anything. That's a feminist now. Like the number of times the tiniest woman helps me with my luggage on the plane, it's always the tiniest woman, like a woman like you, who's like, oh, I'm gonna join in and help her. And then we're both struggling, and we're both like, you know, like trying to get it up, like, no, you've got it, okay, you've got that side, you got, and then a strong man's like, they've got it. I'm a feminist. Don't want to offend them.
The law of cause and effect. Thank you, feminism. And it's more profound than you think. Check this out.
If you're a single girl out here in these streets and you're thinking, am I crazy? Or are these guys like not even wanting to date and hook up, let alone get married?
Am I the problem?
Are we why these men don't want to get married?
Ladies, 95% of men are not approaching women like they traditionally used to. If you've noticed, it's been a long time since a man has asked you out. Weeks, months, years. You are not alone. It's not that you got too old. It's not that you're not beautiful enough. It is the men.
What happened to men being the pursuers?
I mean, we're just trying to respect your wishes.
I think so. A man approached me, and he said, oh wow, you look good today. And I said, I know. Please stop talking to women that you don't know. That's just weird.
If you do not know the woman in public, do not speak to her. I don't give a shit if your intentions are good. I don't care if you're the hottest guy on the planet. Do not talk to me.
Leave women the f*** alone. If you see a woman out in public just doing her stuff, and you feel entitled to her time, even though she's given no indication whatsoever that she's interested in talking to you, you're already inappropriate. You're already rude. You're already disrespectful. You're already violating her boundaries. You're already a piece of shit.
Men approach women.
So should a guy ever approach a girl in public?
I don't think so, no.
Men are not approaching women because you have a whole bunch of toxic sisters out there that are screaming and yelling and telling them, do not approach us. Men should never approach women. Men need to stay away from women. We don't feel safe. It's all men. Men are dangerous. Don't believe me? Have a watch.
We don't need help. We don't need men anymore. They need us. We don't need their validation and attention anymore. Some women, especially if they're insecure and been raised, I mean, we're all raised under patriarchy. Of course, everyone likes validation on some level, but we don't desperately need it the way men do. They need that. And so that's why they're sticking their thumb out. Good job.
Men are leaving women alone, and the mainstream media have noticed this and listen to what they have to say about it.
Good to have you both. And Christine, you dive into the conversation about American masculinity in a new essay entitled Men Are Lost. Here's a map out of the wilderness.
Map out of the wilderness. And you have women like this stating on camera that they want men to leave them the F alone.
Leave us alone.
You can't make this stuff up. The message is clear, fellas. Don't save them, for they don't want to be saved. We are not mind readers. We don't know if a woman is in the right mood to accept our help or is open to be approached for a conversation. Women asked for equality, but when they got it, they rejected it because it made them miserable. It seems like what they really crave isn't equality, but rather a sense of superiority. Thanks again to Land of the Losers for helping with this video. You can get your copy through the links in the description. Manners will be working. Patreon supporters, salute! This video has officially been highlighted.